The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the LSU Tigers and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, the LSU head coach told me before the game, this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. From inside the 15, here's the return. They want to run it left here. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like he'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fellow? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to throw. It's Clevin. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Durham. Taken down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Durham. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And, man, this is exactly how you wanted to script this game. Your defense comes out, gets a stop, do a nice job in special teams. Now you get that first down. The juices are flowing. Everybody's feeling confident now. The offense is feeling good. I look, Jesse, for them to open it up now. Try to create an explosive play. They got some of that momentum early.
Yeah, and this is what coaches love to see, too, right? Complementary football for everything you just talked about. And now, if you're the offensive coordinator, you got that first down. This might be an opportunity to take a shot like David said. The defense might be expecting run here. Take a look at what their personnel is. If you got the matchup you like, don't...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Say it. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He's changing the play.
Booster.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. And you don't want to start this game with two straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Motion from the wideout. From the gun on third down, Sayin makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll give it to Johnson. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Plows his way ahead. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the Buckeyes will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. They'll move the wide receiver. Sayin to throw for it on 4th. Bought a little time, lets it go. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Running right, it's Durham. breaks into the open. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Final play of the quarter coming. Changing the routes with his receivers. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. First play of the period will be a second down. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Gets rid of it.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They punted away on 4th down. Not a lot of room to field this one. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Berry. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down...
It's a running room at the 30. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And this offense is kind of showing you a little bit of everything, but putting big plays together, really getting their momentum going. This ground attack now, you watch, they've got a little bit of everything, man. The balance, the structure, the play calling. Right now, they're in a really good rhythm.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Making the adjustment on the play. Say it. Trying to find the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Buckeye. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Durham. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Keep it on the ground. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Handoff, Caden Durham. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Cuts it upfield. It's Berry. Inside the 35. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense in press coverage. The handoff. He's inside the 15. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got an alley. Turning it on. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Here's Ncaa to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's got an open man. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They march to the red zone, and here they go. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Fires to the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Right side, it's Wilson. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. LSU quick to the line.
And finally, their big play receiver gets in the stat column with his first catch of the game, and we're here late.
He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20. Past the 10. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if you kick the extra point here, you tie it up, but you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Durham. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's Levin. Look out! Still looking for a man. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
just enough time for one final play in this half. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. The DBs will back off a bit. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. Let's start with Memphis taking on the Rice Owls. And it's the Tigers in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside Conference USA.
So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Caught behind the line. It's Durham. Dragged down.
And, man, you got to love that from your court. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football. But he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate. Pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Wants to throw one first. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic with... Oh, it's a fumble. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will will maintain possession. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's a fumble on the play. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Levin. The throw to the outside is complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Throws to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. All even here in the third quarter as they get set to snap it on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Durham on the stop. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And I like the execution by this defense, understanding where the first down marker is. Let him throw the ball short, come up, get him on the ground, forcing a 4th down. Decision time for this offense.
Needs it here on 4th down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Durham. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying to run, it's Berry. There he goes. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Out wide right, it's Berry. Touchdown, Tigers! With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And no chance at a return.
Put your mic in, talking about holding the ball. Nigga, get a stop.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Julian with the play fake. Looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. Saying from the gun on third down. Rush right in his face. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Fourth down, Saying. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Right down the gut of the field. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Got enough space. Touchdown, Buckeye. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, look, if you ain't gonna fucking talk the whole game, shut the fuck up. It's funny how you always seem to come talk when you fucking scope. And they gave you a pick. They gave you a pick, nigga. I got a nigga wide open, and he gonna underthrow the ball.
Fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all.
Yeah, get your stop, please.
This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Start with the first down. Hits inside. It's Berry. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. So the big turnover, the interception, setting up this offense in a tie game with a chance to drive for the go-ahead score. Stopped right there.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback changing the play. Here's Ncaa to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Ncaa from the gun on 3rd down. Caught. He's going to be a little short. It'll be 4th down from the 44. The Buckeyes in the hurry up. Ncaa to throw for it on 4th. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a
You getting 3, dog.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller.
I know. He can't do a fucking thing else.
Cover fast guys
What are you
out
talking
on the
about?
perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running.
Touchdown, Ohio State. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much of the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Here comes the heat. Ball is loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little short. Trying to squeak through the pile. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's fourth down.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce, because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
Quarterback keeper. He won't get there. The defense with a fourth down stop.
You know I had got that first down to play before. I had got the first down to play before.
In these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Third and 6 yards to go. Tight end now in motion. On the run, it's Jackson. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Levin. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
You know, I think at this situation in the game, trailing like they are with only a couple minutes to go, short throws aren't going to get it done. You're going to have to be a lot more aggressive and start taking chances if you want to give yourself a chance to win this game.
Second down, going to throw it. Rush is on. Got the first down. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. This is what you do in the backyard. You never do it in the middle of the game. It's always final drive, clock winding, got to have a score. Going for it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Going the other way, and he's got room. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. Now